Son shit, y'all ready?
I hope y'all are. This episode, man, look, this episode is about Nathan Nearest Green, the creator. Listen to what I'm saying, y'all. The creator of the Jack Daniel whiskey. Yeah, 10 years ago, y'all wouldn't even heard about that. They wouldn't even told you that. It would have been somebody else that they were giving credit to that helped Jack Daniel curate this great taste that y'all love so much. Nah. 2016, the word came out. Black man was behind all that. 2017, the company that owns Jack Daniels was like, we gonna acknowledge that. Game is game. Black history moment. This is the Black history moment, y'all. Look, 10 years ago, y'all wouldn't have known nothing about it. Nothing. They wouldn't have been able to find that 10 years ago. They wouldn't have been a joint. Now, and that's what I'm telling y'all, history is such a great thing that you need that sometimes. You gotta go through that sometimes, man. You gotta go through it. You know what I'm saying? The more you unravel stuff, whether it's to be revealed that, okay, black people didn't have nothing to do with that. Spanish people didn't have nothing to do with that. Asians didn't have nothing to do with that. Cool, I get that. But the point is, you gotta at least unravel that too. You gotta break that mystery down. So you gotta open that door. We ain't even opening the doors. Man, we here. We in door opening. So that's what's up. Speaking of door opening, shout out to Bronny, right? Can we do that? Can we shout out Bronny? Bronny, 3 minutes, no points. And I don't want to make that sound like I'm hating, because here's the thing. I love this new mentality of, if these guys are special, you're not supposed to hate. I don't get that. I don't understand it. Like nobody's, like, all of a sudden people are above criticism. It's not even the fact that he played 3 minutes. He played 3 minutes in the second quarter. They was like, yo, we gotta get this dude on TV before we go to bed on the East Coast. That's real. That's not me saying that. That's real talk. That's what happened. You know what I mean? So, salute. And I'm all for nepotism. I'm all for it. Ernie said it best last night. He said, not last night, Tuesday night. Ernie said it best Tuesday night. You have to, because he's a guy who got to call a game with his father. There's a lot of people who, on that level, respect it. They get it. They understand it. Then there's people who are like, I feel where Charles Barkley's coming from. We're about to oversaturate this dude. We are about to overhype this dude. We're about to be told this is the greatest thing, and this team ain't gonna be good. And I think it was Shaq. They were like, they're number one now. I was like, yeah, they go. He was like, yo, they make it in the playoffs through the play-ins. And he's not lying. The Lakers, since LeBron has been there, with the exception of the bubble year, which they were one of the better teams that year. They've been sliding in. 2 years they didn't make it. There was 2 years they didn't, I think LeBron's first year, and then another year, I think matter of fact the year after the bubble, they didn't even make it. And then when they get in, it's through the play-in. So Barkley's not wrong. Let's not act like Barkley's wrong. Barkley's not wrong. That's what it is. And you have this team, and if you're going to somehow play the game of, I want my kid to get some joints off, you know what I mean? You're gonna end up losing. You might end up losing a lot of games trying to get him to get his game up. You know what I mean? What I did like and what I don't like is the fact that we are trying to manufacture. And I didn't want to say the word manufacture, because that has been something that everybody has overused yesterday. All I saw was people saying manufacture, but there's no other way to say that. The NBA has manufactured this to be a thing. You know what I'm saying? They didn't. I mean, it's already organic. I ain't gonna say it already organically happened. It was already orchestrated anyway. Like, any team could have picked Bronny, and it would have been what it was. It would have been like, oh snap, father versus son. It's cool that they're both in the league together. They were like, nah, son, we gotta go past that. They have to be on the same team. We can't just let them both be in the league together. Nah, B. They got to be on the same team. And you know, at some point, if that record gets bad, they're gonna trade somebody, and your man's gonna slide up, and he's gonna slide up in the rotation. I ain't gonna say he's gonna make the starting lineup, but he definitely gonna slide up in the rotation. It's gonna be anybody's fault but Bronny's. Bronny don't even play enough minutes, but Bronny gonna end up sliding up in the rotation. I'm not, again, I don't want to sound like I'm a hater. I'm just saying we know how this plays out because it's orchestrated. I ain't gonna use manufactured. It's orchestrated to be this way. You know what I'm saying? They had the comparison of the King Griffies. You know what I'm saying? The Griffey and Griffey Jr. Totally overlooking the nuance. Father was really on the low end of his career. They had let him go. That's how he got in. He slid over there on that. It wasn't, I made sure my son got drafted where I'm at. That ain't how that went. 2, my man was in the cut on the minors for a minute. Then he came into the majors. Who went through the process. Then came into the majors. This dude, in the back of the draft, he comes in. We talking about, we're comparing these dudes. There's no, everybody's going, yo, you need to go to the G League, the joint. Nah, son, he gonna be here. Develop, nah, he gonna be here. He gonna develop on the clock. Trial by error. He gonna crash course, son. You an NBA player. You gonna be out here with these grown men. Cause what was it, a week or so ago or whatever, when they played the Suns and they called Durant for trying to block the foul, and people were mad. Like, why are you trying to block his shot? Like, there's a whole generation that I think lives vicariously through circumstances that get you in a good position. You know what I'm saying? Coincidences that get you in a good position, and people fail up. And I don't want to say Bronny is failing up, but Bronny's nepotism puts him in a position where he didn't earn his spot yet, and he's there. You know what I'm saying? Kobe Bryant got drafted. Y'all remember them Kobe Bryant years, the first couple of Kobe. Yeah. Kobe was showing out on garbage time. He wasn't in the heat of the battle that first year. It wasn't when it was really, the game was tight. And it was like, yo, don't over 8 up in that joint. Nah. It was, yo, sit him down. It's getting real now. Hey, Eddie Jones, get back in there. Let's keep it a buck. That's what it was. You know what I'm saying? And we can only hope that his career turns out to even be close to a Kobe Bryant, where, yeah, he had to fall back for a couple of minutes. Then, like, yo, when it's time came to shine, he shined. That's what you can hope. You can't hope for LeBron from a Bronny. You got to hope for a Kobe Bryant moment. You know what I'm saying? At best, Alonzo Ball moment. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all remember Alonzo Ball's rookie year. ESPN was out here trying to tell you this dude's gonna be that dude. Magic did a great job drafting this dude. This dude gonna be that dude. This dude made a good pass. That was this jump off for the highlights for Sports Center. Y'all remember that? That's not play like I'm saying. Please let's not play it like I'm just saying something. That's what it was, right? It didn't work out in LA. He was considered he overhyped. He overachieved. We know he ain't had nothing to do with that. His pops was dragging him up. Yes, that's what pops is supposed to do. ESPN, who at this time definitely was failing. I think I say it all the time. ESPN got greedy. They hyped LeBron James. That worked. Everybody, Tebow, Johnny Manziel, you know what I'm saying? Lonzo Ball, Zion, it ain't working out with them. It ain't like Zion to the point people are still going, dog. All he needed, dude, I think it's like, what, it's been past 5 years, right? He at the hat, like, nah. Yeah. You know what I mean? And everybody's still going, but I'm just saying, we can't put him in the same position as Grant Hill or Penny Hardaway or Derrick Rose. We can't even call him that. We can't put him in the Ralph Sampson joint. This dude is literally Sam Bowie. potential and you're like, yo, this dude gonna be that dude. Nah, this ain't that. This is not that. Rookie year, barely played. Next year, barely played. I think 1 year he didn't play or something like that, right? It won't happen. It's you know what I mean? So it's not even one of those things where like, yo, Grant Hill was killing them. Yo, they was at Grant Hill's mercy. They was at Penny Hardaway's mercy. Derrick Rose, they was at Derrick Rose's mercy. Then he got hurt. Then he became one of the normal dudes. Nah, this ain't that. This dude never got off the ground for real. He never got to get that. You know what I mean? And it's just wild. But when we think about Bronny, we're just like, we want the best. I don't think there's nobody that wants this man to fail. Everybody wants the best for Bronny. Everybody. Nobody's out here hoping. Nobody wants to be like, yo, I got to watch this dude do his thing. Let's keep just pushing this dude out here like that. Let's keep putting it out there like that. The whole NBA, look, the NBA is in general is a weird thing. But anyway, like I said, you can mess around and start talking about the NBA because it's that time of the year, and it just work. And the crazy part is, there's always gonna be somebody still trying to argue with you, even though you done made your point. I see what you're saying, but like, dude, at this point, you just really are like stuck, right? Like you're stuck. There's no but to it. There's no. Never mind. I ain't gonna talk about that. We gonna get into the joint. We gonna get into the segment. We'll do what we do. Nathan Neris Green put his whiskey game down. Showed your boy Jack Daniels how to put his whiskey game down. Jack Daniels became popular. There is a Neris Green whiskey out there. And if you about that life and you're like, ooh, I'm pro-black, I'm pro-blue, I don't know who black people own it. But knowing the history of who the name is, by all means, support. I don't know who these people are. That's why I said that. But if you're on that, I'm on pro-black, support. Let's get into what we do. East Coast, West Coast, worldwide, Lost Boys. I'm playing. I'm bugging. Anyway, let's go do what we do. Yes, we gon' keep it right there. Don't play for real. I be like, oh my gosh, shorties with real hair be the most attractive, even if it's with the Caesar, I believe you, I don't keep you, away from that, I can't, look, it's wild, I had to switch that, cause I was like, with the Caesar, I can't keep you, I wanna please you, treat you like a skeezer. Salute to all them old school dudes that still say stuff like that, I don't know what a bop is, but I tell you what a skeezer is. Like, come on, dog. Keep it right. I tell you what a skeezer is, and just be got the cigarette in between their lips. Hey, I tell you what. Look, yeah. Be looking at it. Be looking at young chicks like, yeah, she gonna go for it. Green light all day. Oh, I bet you I flash this cash I got her. With me home. I'm gonna take her home right now. Whole mouthpiece is missing all kind of teeth. But I ain't gonna lie though, he pick them. They pick them. You ever notice them old school dudes will pick them? They pick them right. They flash that cash and them young girls be like, ooh, you know what I need? Yeah, I'll buy you anything you want. You know, so he'll get him one pair of sneakers and then just dog them for the rest of the joint. Now you gotta give me a little more if you want something else in there. Oh, you know my electric bill. You gotta give me a little more than that. Look, he done used her. Then kicked out. We ain't even get. She can't even cook. It would be any excuse anyway. She could cook. She don't like to clean. Okay. Her hair nappy. Like you knew that when you got with it. You took the wig off. Don't act like you ain't know what she was looking like beforehand. You know what I mean? It's the small stuff like that. Yeah, I don't like the way her feet look in her shoes. What? You won't looking at her feet. Dude just say anything like he got her though. He ain't care. He got what he needed out of that. But anyway, we ain't here to talk about like super duper old school OGs, but we are gonna talk about AOG. I look how I did that. Let's get it like this though. Take it from the top. We gonna take it from the top like this moment in Black history, and we don't stop, and we're back. Give me you Black history. Y'all know what we mean. And we're back, hitting you with the black history. I'm bugging right now. Anyway, check this out. We're gonna talk about a brother named Nathan Nearest Green. You might not know who this brother is. You know what I'm saying? You might not know who this brother is. The game was out here. Nah, they weren't even trying to keep it right there. They were trying to keep it away from y'all. They were trying to keep it away from us. My man's was a slave. He was born into slavery, and he learned how to distill whiskey on a plantation. You know what I'm saying? He was known as Uncle Nearest to the peoples in the area. You know what I'm saying? He taught Jack Daniels, a young farm boy, how to make whiskey in the mid-1800s. Bam! Look at that. Now, here's the wild part. The way the story was played out, the way the story played out back in the day, though, it was like, oh, nah. He didn't even teach your mans. Your mans was taught how to do the joint back in the day from another dude. You know what I'm saying? A dude named Dan Carl. Dan Carl was a preacher in a grocery, and the way that the company was telling you, Jack Daniels at the company was telling you, that's the dude who taught him how to get down and get this whiskey game up. Truth was found out in 2016 as people do what they normally do, they due diligence, and they start investigating because they hear things and they check out stuff and they like, yo, what's really good with this? Come to find out, my man was out here doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? After the Civil War, Green was emancipated, and he even hired Daniel to run a distillery out there in Lynchburg. Yeah, what y'all know about that? Anyway, you know what I'm saying? Green worked at a distillery for more than a decade. You know what I'm saying? It's always rocked out here like this. Look, everybody knows Green's. If you know the area, you know the history, you know Green had a major hand in everything that went down for my man's whiskey. You know what I'm saying? We know who this dude is. We know how it get down. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, the stories that they just was like, nah, we don't want to tell y'all how it go down. But my man was out here doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? He was out here rocking him, hitting him in the head, banging him. You know what I'm saying? He even had other distilleries, and like when Jack Daniels got popular, he still was out here doing his thing. They ain't even connect no more. They ain't get down no more. You know what I'm saying? But it was like, yo, his impact is rocked. You know what I'm saying? His impact is out here. It's a major thing. There's some whiskey out here in his name's honor. You know what I'm saying? The Uncle Nearest Corporation was created. Whiskey, you know what I'm saying? They got the whiskey going. To be like, yo, this is the legacy of this man. And they was like, yo, we gonna dig down. We gonna make it happen. They did what they did out there in Tennessee distilleries. But they ain't dealing with, like I said, they won't dealing with your man's Jack. This is how we get down. They up like in 2017, Brown and Foreman Corporation, which owns Jack Daniels, officially recognized Green as the head distiller, and they also was like, yo, he was the master distiller. He was the guy who created everything that y'all love about this joint. Man, what will his family get? Who knows? Probably nothing. But that's just a piece of history. That's the wildest piece of history. And a lot of people go, yo, they weren't that tight. Here's the thing: history plays like as time goes on. My man taught my man, so they had to be somewhat cool. They had to be somewhat cordial. That's right? You know what I mean? It's the history. It's not even, I don't think so much Jack Daniels or his family or the legacy. It's America. You know, like, that's one of them things where you like, you can't blame Jack Daniels people. That's an America thing. That's like, ooh, nah, we are not gonna let this be. We got to hide that. We got to hide that fact. We can't let that be a thing that this black man taught this dude how to do his thing and had a hand in making this famous joint. We gotta hide that. Decades go by. Decades. And all of a sudden there's a whole nother company that's like, yo, let's acknowledge it. After it was exposed, by the way, in 2016, a year later, it was like, you're right. Let's go ahead and acknowledge that. And it's not even really big news. It's not a big hype. A lot of people still don't know that at the end of the day, when you think of Jack Daniels, you need to think of a black man named Nathan Neris Green. And this is why we do this thing right here with this Black History, because this is what we do. This is how we get down. This is how we, yeah. You know what I mean? So salute. Yo, I'm just feeling good right now, man. It's been a minute since I could just really get down and rock with y'all. Y'all don't understand. Woof. Yo. Anyway, I have something to say. I'm gonna say this now because I don't even know when the next time I'm rock. Oh, never mind. I can tell y'all next week. We gonna talk about it next weekend. I mean, not next weekend. We gonna talk about it next week. Yeah, we gonna do it next week. I ain't gonna even say nothing. We gonna get down on that joint next week. Boom. But anyway, let's get back into this music and do what we do. You know how we do. 1, 2, 1, 2. It's like that. Y'all know how we do, man. You know what we do, man. We keep it like, to the people's up top. We don't stop. Yeah, I got a 2, though, because it was like, ooh, yo. Let me start like that. Look, it's 10 o'clock. Gotta get ready to get up out of here. Look at that. Body was like, yo, son, shut it down. But anyway, we here. Thank y'all for rocking. Thank y'all for rocking. Thank y'all for rocking. We ain't even get into the Hall of Fame joint. We're gonna do that Saturday, I guess, maybe. Who knows? I don't know. We just riding right now. I'm feeling good. Like a black man should. Everything that he be doing, yo, you know that you could get it better, but the best is this. Ill with the next to this. Ill when the next to this. Possessed like the Exorcist. Yeah. I'm playing. I gotta stop that. Like, yo. Anyway, thank y'all for rocking with me. I said that like 100 times all night, right? We gonna do what we do Saturday. You know how we get down. We'll be all over the place. You know what I mean? But anyway, matter of fact, we might even talk about a couple of plans and everything for Saturday. But Saturday, we gonna do what we do. Thank y'all for rocking. Let's get up out of here. 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. They say you only live once. That's a lie. You only die once. So anytime that your God allows you to get out here and continue your journey, please show the world the best version of you. Y'all be safe. Peace. Yo, we back, y'all. 1 time for your mezzine.
This is a Soul of Art presentation.